Hello, this video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon. Minasan, arigato gozaimasu. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily good life meditation, an exercise that I do every day, a little bit after waking up. It's now 4:47 a.m. I do this to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone, which you can get a copy of at the link above. And if you don't see a link, look for one down in the description. I also use this time to think about the last 24 hours, including last night's sleep, to see how I did with the challenges and opportunities that I met. I think about the coming day, and then I ready myself for death. But before I start any of that, I always like to begin with a poem. Back with Edward Thomas today. We've got a poem titled The Cuckoo. No new vocabulary here. Let's just dive right in. The cuckoo. That's the cuckoo, you say. I cannot hear it. When I last heard, I cannot recall, but I know too well the year when I first failed to hear it. It was drowned by my man groaning out in his sleep. I knew I was going to do that. Sheep, groaning out to his sheep, not in his sleep. Let's try this again. Sheep, not sleep. Bah. The cuckoo. That's the cuckoo, you say. I cannot hear it. When last I heard it, I cannot recall, but I know too well the year when I first failed to hear it. It was drowned by my man groaning out to his sheep, ho, ho. 10 times with an angry voice he shouted, ho, ho, but not in anger, for that was his way. He died that summer, and that is how I remember the cuckoo calling, the children listening, and me saying, nay. And now, as you said, there it is. I was hearing not the cuckoo at all, but my man's ho-ho instead. And I think that even if I could lose my deafness, the cuckoo's note would be drowned by the voice of my dead. What an interesting reflection on the memory of someone in their life. All right, let's get started. First, last night and yesterday. Yesterday was a Sunday. Today's a Monday off, so more leisurely. Yesterday, Sunday, was a day of leisure. I set out to do my normal morning stuff, which seemed to take most of the day. Took a couple of nice long walks with my wife and the dogs. Got a lot done, working on my YouTube channels, getting them cleaned up ahead of Japan, tuning them, making them look really nice, planning on my strategy, how I was going to do things, how I will do things. It was a good day. Plus I went to the beach and had a really good, very long, leisurely swim. 2 long leisurely swims, and a long sit and soak under the sun. That was good too. It was a good day. Good use of time yesterday. No real challenges or opportunities met. In fact, I can hardly remember the day. Oh, I did set myself a goal that I was going to illustrate this book for someone, and I didn't do that. I think I've decided I'm going to give up the StreamYard, that application that I use to be able to share my screens. I don't think I'm going to do that venue. I'll just do YouTube Lives, and I won't illustrate the screen. So today, one of the things I'll do is to cancel my auto-renewal of StreamYard, which renews on an annual basis. So it's a hefty amount. It's like $500. That'll save me some money going to Japan, and it will also relieve me of the overhead of doing that for these books, because that seems to be the thing that stops me from being able to illustrate these books and send them out effectively. This is bigger than it seems. This is a big tuning of the mark of how I'm going to, of what my online presence will look like going forward, particularly after I get to Japan. More and more I'm working to not postpone my living until Japan, but to work to enact the way that I want to live now, so that when I retire, I simply give up that part of life and maneuver myself into the new life that to come, the new life in Japan. That's about it for yesterday. Let's recite the good life. My 8 objectives and 35 principles, which are as follows. The 8 objectives begin with to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize true limits and true opportunities, to do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, and to keep my balance. Oh, by the way, before I do the principles, I do want to point out again, I think I said this yesterday as well, that I had a pretty big revelation this weekend, that my approach to the person that's the challenging person at work, let me find out what good way to say it, hasn't been effective until now, nor has it been in alignment with my creed. I've been fighting that person, getting upset at them in front of their face, which startles me. It's not how I want to live. It's not the person that I'm trying to be. I've done it more as a visceral reaction, upset in the moment. I won't go there. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to reinforce my poor behavior by citing others doing the same, which I just did. Nonetheless, it's not how I want to be. It's not the man I want to be. And it's not at all stoic. Although maybe it's stoic now to recognize that weakness. I have to keep in mind that my true limit of self-control is how I choose to, my true limit of control is how I choose to react to the world around me. That is where my focus must lay, including with this person. I'm going to go into the coming week with that in mind. An opportunity and a challenge. Now, my 35 principles are war, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, principle of nature, maturity, the pirate ride. The pirate ride, maturity, I got those backwards, huh? The pirate ride, then maturity, social principle, principle of family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be born, the feast of oval, the best seat in the house, distraction, agency and the great indifference. Or maybe now is the best seat in the house. Maybe I got that wrong too. I'll say it twice. The restless man, path of wildness, the great life adventure, the risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the bullseye aim, script writing, the bullseye aim. I'm really off my base today. The uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, the principle of fun, and being ready. Yeah, I think I got them. Not for a little stumbling along the way though, huh? Okay, now for today. It's Monday off, it's a holiday. I'll finish off my normal morning stuff, and then I'm going to, I'll do maybe half an hour of work on the YouTube brand and the channel, Japan Antique Roadshow. working on the descriptions for that. Maybe I'll go back and look at the channel, at the main channel's playlists. I don't like the way that they look so much on the mobile view. Too many emojis, I think. I'll go clean that up. And then I'll do that that'll take me 15 minutes. Then I'll work on the playlist for half an hour, and then I'll turn to this book. My mountain today is to illustrate this book, get it ready to go in the mail. And I have about 2 or 3 others to do as well. Good use of time. Go to the beach, of course, etc., etc. Good walks with my wife, etc., etc. Don't etc., etc. these things away just because they're routine. I'll go to the beach as I always do, and this time I won't forget my book. And I'll have a nice time at the beach, even though I feel this Indian summer is about to come to an end. Then I'll also take 2 nice long walks with my wife. Have a nice day together. It'll be a good day. And I'll cancel the renewal of the subscription for StreamYard and begin ready to take that off of the list of services that I use. I'm just not going to use that. I'm not going to do that type of live stream. Good move, Kurt. That's it. Oh, death. Am I ready to die? Well, let's ask 3 questions. First one, are my affairs in order? Yes, they are. Are my relationships sound? Yes, they are. Is my life's work done and complete? Yes, it is. So I am ready to die. I can die now at any moment without a single backwards glance. I know it's easy to say in principle. I will only get to really enact that and try it out one time. But I think I'm ready, which is the goal of this particular thing. Okay, that's all. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.